So ARMAROUGE is the Scarlet exclusive fire psychic type Pokemon, and it is one of my favorites introduced in Gen 9, so I'm going to be showing you how to use them. I'm Spike, and if you enjoy competitive Pokemon content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. It would definitely be appreciated. So for the first set, we have a classic, and that is a choice set. The cool thing about ARMAROUGE, here's a new move called Armor Cannon, which you can think of as a special fire type version of close combat with its 120 base power. This move I think is an absolute must on any set you run with this guy, and I think this Mon is really blessed to get a move like Armor Cannon, considering it's a fire type move, not only stronger than Fire Blast, but 100% accurate. This is literally every fire type's dream, and like I said, ARMAROUGE is extremely blessed to get a move like this. You can go Specs on this set for the insane power, or you could go Scarfed, which of course allows you to have the upper hand on faster threats. ARMAROUGE has the two abilities, Flash Fire and Weak Armor. You can run either of these, but Flash Fire would definitely be the preferred one. A fire immunity plus an even bigger boost to Armor Cannon's power is very beneficial for obvious reasons. The other three moves you'd want to run on this set are, of course, your Psychic Stab of choice, your Fighting Coverage of choice. ARMAROUGE is, of course, lucky enough to get both Aura Sphere and Focus Blast. And for the last move, you definitely want something like Energy Ball, which allows you to catch potential bulky waters like Slowking, especially switching into this Mon. Gastrodon is another one that could easily very well switch into this Mon, and Energy Ball is literally just going to nail that. And I think Energy Ball does around 60% to Spadef Slowking, 53-60%. And if the Slowking is Fizdef, it would do around 80%, something like 70 to 80%. But yeah, the really cool thing about this set is that you can opt to run a Fighting Terra type, which not only removes this Mon's weakness to rocks, but also its weakness to dark types, while also giving you a Stab, Aura Sphere, or Focus Blast. And then for the EVs and IVs, you might as well go for a standard attacking spread with 0 IVs and attack for optimized foul play damage taken. This set overall is one that I think will be really good, especially when terrestrialized as a fighting type. Now things get really interesting with the second set. I thought of an interesting one that I think can be really effective. Now with this Mon, you absolutely want to take advantage of everything it has in its arsenal, and that includes its abilities. So what I got here is a set completely built around Weak Armor, and it's a stored power weakness policy set. Basically, the idea behind the set is that you would either have screen support or an iron defense setup, which would allow ARMAROUGE to potentially tank a super effective hit, activate the weakness policy, and get its speed doubled all in a single turn, mind you. Now, the really fire thing about this is that after all those stat changes, store power becomes a 140 base power move. And that's with no defense raises, by the way. With +1 defense, which is likely after iron defense, it will be a 160 base power move, which obviously is very strong. So this set, I think, has the potential to be really devastating, especially on teams utilizing screen support. Without screen support, you do have iron defense, which allows ARMAROUGE to double its Fizdef on its own. You can run Calm Mind to not be as reliant on getting the weakness policy boost, or you can run Aura Sphere to hit certain dark types if needed. For the Terra type on this particular set, because it is built around turning defense and offense, you definitely want to consider a Terra type that can patch up ARMAROUGE's weakness to stealth rocks like Steel or Grass, or Fighting, which Fighting is probably the best. Just note that going with Steel makes it a little harder to activate weakness policy because of how good it is defensively, though I think Steel can be really good on Calm Mind variants of this set with or without weakness policy. If you want to maximize the power of stored power while still being able to activate weakness policy very easily, a Psychic Terra type is actually a very strong option, and it also patches up the weakness to rocks, to a lesser extent of course. I really want to emphasize that I think Weak Armor could definitely be explored on this Mon, as it allows it to patch up its main weakness being its low speed. That's basically the entire concept behind this set, but the ability absolutely can be run on other non-weakness policy sets. You could just run Flame Charge, which this Mon does get, but the difference between that and Weak Armor is that Flame Charge does take up a move slot, and I feel like it's definitely a waste. I think it's just definitely a waste. Sure, Weak Armor requires you to take a hit to activate, and that would be a problem if you couldn't just switch this Mon into resisted attacks in a pinch. Fighting and ice type attacks being key ones. So that's it for ARMAROUGE. I really loved this mon, and I got more of these coming soon with some mons I'm also very excited about. So definitely feel free to subscribe if you're new and leave a like if you enjoyed. We out.